Yes, hello guys and welcome to Sochi. This is Elliot Splash with F1 2015 modded career mode, and of course we're at the Russian Grand Prix. Not many races left, there's only 3 races left after this Grand Prix. We have got the United States of America, then we have got Brazil, and then we've got the season finale at Abu Dhabi once more. And to be honest, I always preferred it when we had the season finale at Brazil. I think you get more exciting racing. Okay, the backdrop of Abu Dhabi is a little bit more glam, shall we say, but I did prefer the racing to be at Brazil for the end of the season. Anyway, we're making our way to the grid, starting from 20th place as per usual. And yeah, I am going to be a little bit more aggressive in this race than I was with Japan. What happened with Japan was that I got the setup all totally wrong, and because I was a little bit nervous about racing that circuit, because I'm not very good at it, I ended up finishing in a totally crap position. So in this race we're just going to go all out attack, fuel mixture 3, and then at the end of the race we're going to have to save some fuel, because that's the way I'm going to be racing. But anyway, we're waiting for the 5 lights to go out now as I drop it into lean mix 1 so we get a better start off the line, and lights out, away we go, and it looks like that hasn't helped at all. We've had a dreadful start. You can see I've overheated the rears, spun them up too much. Then I'll put it into fuel mixture 3, as I almost said fuel wrong. Anyway, we're getting past Will Stevens through the second corner, and now we're going to try and dive down the inside and take as many positions as possible, as we gave Alonso a little bit of a love tap and then got a bit of a side pod glitch off Hulkenberg. But yeah, we've dropped all the way down to 17th with the loss of traction there with the side pod glitch and that. But we're going to try and go round the outside, which puts us onto the inside for this tight corner here. And we've overtaken a few cars, and we've got Hulkenberg as well. Maybe we'll get Kvyat. Hopefully we will. And we've dived down the inside and got many positions. We're now up to 8th place, just behind Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari. Now we skip to lap 2. And we're coming to try and overtake Vettel, but he's a bit far behind. But he was trying to overtake Maldonado, and Maldonado basically threw him off the track in true Lotus style. But now we might be able to capitalise on this and overtake Maldonado as well. Looks like we're going to get the move done. Yes, coming into the 4th corner, and we're now up to 6th place. So we're definitely starting off with a bang with this episode. Definitely having a better race than I did in Japan. Anyway, it's lap 3 now, and we're a bit behind Sainz Jr., but he's got a Renault engine. You can see the power difference. This is without DRS. And now will we try a cheeky little move? Yes, and it was a clean move as well. No contact between us drivers, and basically what happens is the AI leave the door open to go down the inside into that corner. It is very easy to overtake them, even if you are quite far behind. Anyway, it's lap 6 now. Nothing's really happened since I overtaken Sainz Jr., which was a lovely overtake. But then this happens. Raikkonen just parks it on the apex when he tried overtaking Bottas, and that's caused us to lose a little bit of our front wings. So that's going to cost us 2 to 3 seconds getting that changed in the pits. These tyres are extremely worn. I've used a lot of my tyres in the start of the race, going all out attack. So we're going to come into the pits now. As you can see, we've got -2 laps of fuel. So at the end of the race, we're going to have to do a little bit cautious driving in lean mix 1. But we're going to be putting on another set of option tyres and getting a front wing change. And let's see how this pit stop is. It's going to be a little bit longer as we put our new front wing on. And it's 4.7 seconds, I believe that says, or 6.2 seconds. I cannot read. It's so tiny when I'm recording these videos, I cannot tell. But we've dropped down to 17th place, just in front of Will Stevens. And we've got quite a big gap to him. He's 24 seconds behind, already at lap 7 of the race. But we're coming out to the pits now, still in 17th. And now, coming on to the middle part of the lap, you can see Alonso is going extremely slow. It looks like he's having an engine problem. Look how slowly he's going through these corners. So I overtake him with ease. Maybe because we're coming to the end of the season, maybe engine malfunctions are going to play a part in these next few races. Anyway, lap 9, overtaking many cars in the pits. We're now up to P12. The rest of the cars still have to pit the next lap as well. So we should be jumping up to probably around about 7th, 6th place, somewhere around that region. depending how good these outlaps are, where I had a little bit of oversteer there coming through the corners, just lost the rear end completely. Lap 9, I was already talking about lap 9, but yeah, Nasser is coming into the pits, and we're catching up to, I believe that's Grosjean, yes it is. So I'm not sure if Grosjean still needs to pit, because I can see he's on the prime tyres, so maybe he started on the primes, I'm not too sure. Let's see where we come out after these cars have pitted. Looks like it's P7. Yes, it's P7, but we've got DRS. Can we do the same to Grosjean as we did to Sainz Jr.? We're a little bit far back though this time, and it looks like we've just about got the move done. That was close. I could have easily gone into Grosjean there, but luckily enough he gave him the space. He knew I was coming, and he wasn't going to try and hold us up for long. And there we go, lap 11, another bit of curb sending us into a bit of an auto spin. But we've caught the car and we're going alright as we've run wide, not one wide. But yeah, anyway, lap 11, Bottas, we're closing up to him right now. And can we get the move done? Will we have DRS coming down this next straight? I believe we're within a second of him. Let's see, yes we are. Let's see if we can get this move done. It should be quite simple. Yeah, it is. I probably could have given him a little bit more room, but I wanted to stay on the racing line, and we get through that corner with ease. No locking up like Rosberg did last season. But anyway, lap 13, we're catching up to Vettel once more. I believe we've already overtaken him once or twice in these pit stops. Once actually, we've only had one pit stop, and look at that. Absolutely, that could have been the end of our race there. The AI are sometimes absolutely shocking through that corner. They just don't know where to brake. It broke around about 100 metres before you needed to. It was ridiculous. That really could have been the end of our race. As we're running wide on lap 15, I think these tyres, they've hit the cliff. So we're going to come into the pits and put on a set of prime tyres, and that hopefully will get us to the end of the race. I'm not sure how much fuel saving still needs to be done. When I was overtaking a few cars, I was fuel saving as well. So I think I'm around about optimum range at the moment. I'm not too sure, or one lap down on fuel, but we'll sort that out in the next 11 laps. I just had to count then. Yeah guys, it is really early for me in the morning for recording. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning, so if I am jumbling up my words, that's why. I've only literally just got up. I haven't even had a sip of my first cup of tea. But anyway, we're coming up to out of the pit exit now, and we are in 11th place. But before we get to the end of the lap, we've already caught up to Perez. He's got DRS on. We're going to have to be careful. I'm going to leave it around the outside because I know how the AI like to brake into that corner. But that was a nice move. We got that done very cleanly. And Perez didn't brake as early as Vettel did a couple of laps ago. But we're losing the rear end. These tyres haven't heated up yet. The primes, you can definitely feel the difference between primes and options on this track. Not a lot of tracks you can actually feel a noticeable difference, but here you actually can. You just feel the car doesn't turn in as responsive as it used to. But with a low load of fuel, we should be able to still set some decent laps. As you can see, I'm just all over the place with the rears. The rears just really do not want to stick to the track. So I'm going to have to be really careful with the traction coming out of the corners, being really sensitive with the throttle. But anyway, we're up to 7th place now, and there are less than 10 laps to go, and it looks like we are, I believe somebody's coming to the pits. I believe it's Grosjean, so we are now up to 6th place, and I believe next up is Sainz Jr., who's been having an absolute brilliant race. I believe he's in, it's Verstappen, he's in 5th place. The Toro Rosso's been quite quick in the last few races, I've noticed. But we're now up to 5th place, and I'm not sure who's next up. But anyway, we're going to try and catch them up. I think there's gaps to around about 5-6 seconds. It's Massa, I believe, who's in front. So we're going to try and overtake Massa. We've got 7 laps to close him down. Actually, no, somebody else is in the pits. It's Sainz Jr. So the 2 Toro Rossos were both in the top 10. That's really good. So we're now up to 4th, 1 place off a podium. Starting from 20th, having a podium would be brilliant. However, it was not to be. Because of my fuel saving, I wasn't able to mount a challenge onto Massa. He's only dropped around about 3 seconds more ahead than he was when we came out the pits. But I just haven't had the chance to put the power down and go for it, especially with the tyres. They weren't meant to last this long, so I'm having to be really careful with the tyres. They are definitely falling off the cliff now, and we're going to have to be careful because Grosjean's right on the back of our gearbox, and that could cause us issues coming through the last few corners where I do lose traction a lot of times. But there we go, Lewis Hamilton winning once again. He's been absolutely dominant in this season so far. I want to try and nick some points off him out in the last 3 races of the season. We'll see what happens. But we didn't lose traction too much through that corner, so we've only got 3 or 4 corners to go. But you can see Grosjean is catching up inches to us, and now he's right behind us. He might try and move through these last 2 corners, but the finish line is right next to this last corner here, so we should be alright. I thought we was running wide then, but we didn't. We finished in 4th place, solid points. That was an absolute brilliant race. I really enjoyed that one. But I will see you guys in the next video. Tell me in the comments down below what you thought of this one. And if you haven't already, smack that like button, I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, subscribe. There is loads of brilliant content coming over in the next few months. We've got F1 2015 being released. I'm going to be picking up Project Cars. Probably won't be doing a career mode series on it though, because I know a lot of YouTubers have already started that, and I'm about 2 weeks behind. So, but yeah, there's new content coming soon, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Elliot Splash signing out, and I will see you guys in the next one.